Hello, Corrine here from Corrine's Crafts. I hope you are well. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today for my Corrine Technique Tuesday. Really quick and simple card. It feels really strange when I do such quick ones, but sometimes you just need something quick. Texture paste. Do you use texture paste? Well, I don't have proper texture paste. I have some gesso and I'm able to change that and make that into my project. So this is going to be really simple. A little bit of chalky textured inks over the top of my texture paste, a quick sentiment, and hey presto, you have got a beautiful card. So I'm going to show you now how I made this. So the first thing I need to do for this project is prepare my top layer. So it's all about adding texture. And again, this is one of those that I wanted to do this using bits and pieces I've got in my craft stuff. So I had a look and I didn't have any true texture paste, but what I did manage to find was some gesso. Now I think gesso is usually used to sort of prime canvases and prime surfaces, but I thought this is going to work just as well, and you know how I love to use what we have. So I have got a piece of card 5.5 inches square, and I've got one of my stencils. So this is an old one from, it was either Rare Earth or Tattered Lace, I forget which, and I'm going to put that on. Now I picked this one because I wanted to be able to put my texture on in one go, and I had lots of strip stencils which are no good because I have to put a bit on, let it dry, and then put another bit on. So the stencil, the size of the area I wanted to determined which stencil I used. So I thought I'd use this one, and I'm going to lay it over the top. Now I've not taped down my card and I've not put any adhesive on the back of my stencil because what we're going to do is so simple. I'm going to take the top off my gesso, and you can see it's all lovely in there. I'm going to just get some with my palette knife. You'll see I found my shaped palette knife, and I'm holding that down and I'm going to pop it through there. Now I'm just going to do an approximate area. I want a sort of circle, but not a perfect circle. So I'm just going to take that round. I don't want to go right to the edges or anything like that, and then I'm just going to dip in a bit more. So this hasn't got as much structure as structure paste. It hasn't got as much texture. It's a lot smoother, but you know what, I'm all for using what we've got and seeing if we can make it work, and this is working brilliantly. I'm going to colour it when it's finished, so I thought why not, it's going to do a perfect job. Like I say, I want an approximate shape, so I'm just going to come round just like that and then just take it off there. I want it quite thick, so I'm not going to sort of drag it off. I'm just going to drag it over the top, and I've actually almost like lost the stencil from underneath, if you can see, because I've got it on nice and thick. I don't want a perfect shape, I just want it all over. So you can see the white card underneath. I'm just going to put that there, and I'm just going to grab my pokey tool, which has got something sticky on it, and I'm going to pop that underneath, and then I'm just going to lift in one swift movement. Now that needs to go into some water as quickly as possible, so I'm just going to wipe that off my palette knife and put the lid back on. But look at that, doesn't that, oh look, I've got a bubble, oh there we go, come put that on like that. Oh, I'll finish doing that in a minute, put my palette knife there. But look at that, look at how much texture and dimension is on there. Now look at this one is exactly the same, but I did it yesterday. There we go. But look at this. I love that texture. Like I say, it's not a texture paste, so it's a lot smoother, but I really like this. So you just need to leave it to dry. Did it say how long? That thickness, I would leave it to dry for a couple of hours, but that is perfectly dry now. So the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted a chalk-based ink pad. So I've gone for my Duet ink pads because they're a hybrid water-based ink pad and they work really well. So I'm just going to lay them out just in an order. So I'm going to go like that. There we go. That's going to be my colour order. Let's come down a little bit like that. Green's just coming off the camera, but you can see roughly. And I've got my Time for Tea brushes, so I've got most of the colours except I don't have an orange, but I have a purple, so as long as I remember that. And then I'm just going to apply the ink over the top, but I'm going to get this lovely effect with it being a chalk based ink. So load up the brush, rub it on my glass mat. Now I did one this morning and I got mucky hands, so I'm going to use my cloth, and I'm just going to come round here. I can pick that back up, and I'm going to go reasonably strong. Now the first time I'm just just sort of marking out my areas to begin with. So we can put the green on first. Then I'm going to come in with the orange. Pick that up. Just make sure I've got that. And then I'm going to come in with the orange. It's quite a nice burnt orange, isn't it? It's not like, you know, a tutti frutti orange. It's a nice burnt. And I'm going to go right up across the last colour. Remembering we can come back to this in a minute. I'll then go for the pink. And the pink brush. Well, it's a red, but I use it for pinks and reds. I always clean my brushes after every go anyway. I didn't look at that. I didn't touch the glass mat first. I've got a little bit of cloudiness. There we go. Just blend it in. Right, I know I've got some there, but I'll come back to that in a minute. Let's then come on to my yellow. I know you might not be able to see all of it. See if I can just change this a little bit. Let's go a little bit. Oh, there we go. You might be able to see a bit more while I just do this. I can home back in a minute. So we can then go on here with the yellow. Again, like I say, we're just mapping out the colours for a minute. And then my blue. Now the blue is the one I got marked with earlier. Let's make sure I've got clean cloth there. Oh, I did it again. Didn't tap it off first. There we go. I'm going to bring that right up. Now I've done that, I can just finish colouring them up. So blue, I want there, so I can go. And it actually looks quite nice to have a little bit of the texture paste showing. So don't worry about that. So I can come up with here. What have I done there to that pink? Let's see if I can blend that out. But don't worry if I can't. Darken those colours up a little bit. Orange, using the purple brush, that's confusing me. And then we can come around here. And then finally the green. There we go. I think that looks really pretty. Now this, you can see, look at this. Oh, the blue again. I've just caught the blue. I don't know what happens there. So just get that lovely, lovely chalky finish. Isn't that gorgeous? Right, let me just get these out of the way before I get any more ink on me or the project, because I really don't want to do that. Let's get those all out the way. So this is such a quick card. It's a lovely, lovely technique. I never even mentioned it's my Technique Tuesday, so you're going to get the most out of it. Now, this, look at this. I did this morning before I went out, and I put my stamping platform on, my stamp block on top. It's actually pushed the glue right through, but I've just had a check and it's actually all right, because the area that it covers is the area that's marked. It's just a glue seep through because I put too much pressure on it, and the area that's marked is hidden anyway when I've finished. So I'm still using my all-purpose, which I love, and I reckon it's because I've done it on two metallic card, like we tell you not to do with all-purpose, but Corrine thought she knew best. So I can put that on to there, put that on like that, make sure I've got my card the right way up, just make sure, yep. That's just me getting the glue soaked through, but don't worry, no one's going to see it. It'll all be hidden. Such a quick card to do. So if you had something really quick to do. So never mentioned, we're going to use this as our Technique Tuesday. Our Technique Tuesday is all about texture paste today and applying colour to texture paste. Something that we've not really covered on my channel before. So I just thought that would be a nice thing to do. So you can see what I've done here is I have applied my colours. I've picked 5 lovely chalky pastel colours, and we've gone over the texture paste. And then what I've done here is I've picked out one of the colours and then some gold. So I've picked out a blue that's almost identical just there, as you can see. Absolutely beautiful. So let me just come that in a little bit more now. There we go. Picked it out, absolutely beautifully matching colour. So we need to sort of finish this off. And all I'm going to do is and I've used these on so many projects. I've got my Sharon Callis Floristry dies, which is Sentiments, and this is Cherish. So I have cut it out of white, I've cut it out of gold. I've actually cut the white four times, I think it was 3. And I've cut the gold once. So all I'm going to do is see if I can find a dotty tape pen. There's one. And I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to pop dotty tape on the back of here. So I've done the white, like I say, 3 times, and that gives it a real rigidity. It makes it sort of, gives me that chipboard look. It's something you've seen me do so many times because it's an effect I like. Turn that over. And then we're going to create the smallest drop shadow. I know I've got my precision glue gun, and if I wasn't doing this on a video, I would probably put it on to put these together using my precision glue, because I just like that, but just for speed. There you go, look at that. Can you see the merest hint of gold? Doesn't that look lovely? Turn that back over again, and then we're going to put, actually I will get my precision glue gun out. There we go. Let's put the glue on the back of there, just because I think it'll be stronger. There we go. Look at how controlled that glue is. Isn't it amazing? And there's no effort. There's no shaking your bottle like you do with those little fine tip nozzles or anything like that. It just goes on brilliantly. So making just one last check of my card being the right way up. I believe it is. Yep. You know me, I love a tent fold. And then I can put that over. So that's now giving me that gorgeous pop of white with the gold drop shadow that then mirrors the gold back here. And then the final thing I want to do is I wanted to put a couple of gems on. And I didn't have any gems in the right colour. So all I've done is I've got a couple of pens, mostly brush markers, one that isn't, and I've just coloured some gems up. So I've done some yellow, some orange, some yellow, some green, some blue, and I decided that pink wasn't enough, so I went in and did those ones as well. So I'm just going to pop these onto here. So I'm not even going to use all the colours. So I thought a green one, I've just marked there. So what colour do I want on there? I might go pink on that one. A pink one. Come on, pick up. Should have used my tweezers and I haven't. I'm going to put that one. Look, there we go. Who needs butterflies? I'm going to do an orange one. Let's come around there. And what colours have I not done? Yellow one. I'm going to have to do the blue now, aren't I? Otherwise it's going to look strange that I've done 4 of the colours but not the 5th. So that one could go up there. There we go. How about like that? And that's all I'm going to do. What a quick card. I think this is probably my quickest video yet. Quick Technique Tuesday, all about using texture paste, or if you haven't got texture paste, whatever you have got. I've put that onto my card base. I have then coloured it with my reactive or your distress inks, anything like that, to get that lovely chalky finish. If you wanted to, you could splash water over it. You could do whatever you wanted, and then pop a sentiment on and a couple of gems as well in the right sort of colour tones. How about that? I think that's really pretty. If you wanted a more industrial background, you could then be going more of your monotone colours on there. You could be going in with your greys and your browns, and it would be absolutely amazing for your dad, your husband, your son, anything like that. Yeah, I hope you like it. So there, lovely short and sweet one for today. Don't forget, the links are all down at the bottom. I will link to the gesso paste and everything else that you might find useful. And until next time, happy crafting and thank you for watching, and bye for now.